When we think of Los Angeles, images of sunlit beaches and serene palm trees often come to mind. But in the sweltering summer of 2025, the City of Angels transformed into a battleground against one of the most devastating natural disasters in modern history. This is the chilling story of the LA wildfires of 2025, an event that burnt down more than just the hills and forests, but etched itself into the collective memory of the nation as a horrifying wake-up call. It all began in early July. Southern California was already grappling with an unprecedented heat wave, with temperatures soaring above 110 Fahrenheit for weeks. The atmosphere was oppressive, and the land dry and brittle after years of relentless drought. Conditions were perfect for a wildfire, but no one could have predicted the scale of destruction that was about to unfold. On July 8th, a small, unassuming spark ignited the Santa Monica Mountains. Officials later suspected faulty electrical equipment as the cause, but by the time it was discovered, it was far too late. Within hours, the fire grew into a monstrous blaze, consuming thousands of acres of dry vegetation, fueled by powerful Santa Ana winds that gusted over 70 miles per hour. The inferno roared through canyons and hillsides with terrifying speed. But it wasn't just one fire. Simultaneous outbreaks erupted across Los Angeles County and neighboring areas. The Griffith Park fire, the Malibu inferno, and the San Fernando Valley blaze combined to create a nightmare scenario. The wildfires turned LA into a fiery dystopia. The iconic skyline, usually glimmering against the clear blue skies, was shrouded in a dense, choking haze. Ash rained down like apocalyptic snow, coating cars, streets, and homes in a ghostly gray powder. Breathing became hazardous, with air quality indexes reaching levels never before recorded. Hospitals were full with patients suffering from smoke inhalation. The flames spared no one. Entire neighborhoods vanished overnight, reduced to smoldering ruins. Luxury mansions in Malibu and humble homes in Woodland Hills met the same fiery fate. The once beautiful Pacific Coast Highway became an eerie escape route as thousands fled. For those who stayed behind, the nights were the most terrifying. Power outages plunged entire communities into darkness, leaving residents with no way to track the rapidly advancing fires. Perhaps the most horrifying aspect of the 2025 wildfires was their unpredictability. Fires that appeared contained would suddenly reignite with ferocity, trapping residents who thought they were safe. In one harrowing incident, a group of hikers in Topanga Canyon was overtaken by a sudden flare-up. Despite desperate rescue attempts, many were lost, their last moments captured in frantic texts and voicemails to loved ones. Animals, too, suffered immensely. The wildfires decimated habitats in the Angeles National Forest and beyond. Terrified deer, coyotes, and bears were seen fleeing into the suburban neighborhoods, while others weren't so lucky. Viral footage of a firefighter rescuing a sinked mountain lion brought tears to millions, but it also underscored the grim reality. Nature itself was under siege. As the fires raged, stories of heroism and heartbreak emerged. First responders, firefighters, paramedics, and police worked around the clock, often at great personal risk. They braved walls of flame, collapsing structures, and suffocating smoke to save lives. Tragically, not all of them made it out alive. For survivors, the emotional scars ran deep. Families were torn apart, with loved ones separated in the chaos, and some never reunited. Shelters overflowed with displaced residents, many of whom had lost everything. The stories they shared painted a harrowing picture. Parents cradling children as they ran from advancing flames, elderly couples clutching each other in fear, and pets left behind in desperate scramble to escape. In 2025, technology was supposed to be a savior, but during the wildfires, it became a double-edged sword. Drone footage of the destruction went viral, offering a shocking view of the neighborhoods reduced to ashes. Social media platforms were flooded with live updates, but misinformation also spread like wildfire. False evacuation orders and unverified reports of the new fires created panic, leading to chaos on the roads. Even worse, LA's digital infrastructure failed on many occasions. Networks collapsed, leaving thousands unable to communicate. Emergency alert systems, overwhelmed by the scale of the disaster, failed to reach everyone in time. It was a grim reminder that even in a technologically advanced city, nature's fury could render humanity powerless. The aftermath of the wildfires revealed the true extent of the environmental damage. Over 1.2 million acres of land were scorched, leaving behind a desolate, blackened wasteland. The fires also released an estimated 100 million tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, speeding up the very climate change that had fueled them. Scientists warned that the 2025 wildfires marked a tipping point, a vicious cycle of warming temperatures, drier conditions, and increasingly destructive fires. The LA wildfires of 2025 were more than a local tragedy. They were a global wake-up call. Climate scientists issued dire warnings, emphasizing the need for immediate action to combat global warming. Governments and organizations pledged billions for wildfire prevention and relief efforts, but many questioned whether it would be enough. For Los Angeles, the wildfires became a defining moment in its history. They revealed humanity's vulnerability in the face of nature's wrath, but also its capacity for courage, compassion, and resilience. The city may have burned, but its spirit endured. So as we look back onto the wildfires of 2025, let's remember the lessons they taught us. Let's honor the heroes who risked and gave their lives. And let's commit to a future where such tragedies become less frequent, where humanity learns to live in harmony with the planet rather than at odds with it. Because if we don't, the flames of 2025 may be just a harbinger of what's to come. What do you think? Does this capture the urgency and horror of the LA wildfires of 2025? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world.